Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today is the day where I am finally taking these Ritchie aero bars off of the Specialized Epic. I'm just going to go without aero bars for, I don't know, definitely the winter. Maybe by spring I'd like to get another set on there. Really for the Divide, what I needed was, aero bars that were pretty much as long as my forearm with a foldable resting cup from like the elbow. And what I have here is just these little nubs. My forearm would just fit on the pad, and I could get low, but it was just like a hard position to sustain. I also only had 30mm risers on there, and what I really needed was like probably 500mm to 700mm rise, and like I said, just a much longer aero bar. There were people out on the Divide who would be passing me going uphill in the aero position, and from what I gathered, it wasn't necessarily about being aero, it was just about being in, and also just having another incredible rest position, with having 20 hours in the saddle. Glad to finally get these aero bars off. I did make do, but I don't know, those were just not the aero bars for me. I think I'm going to put them online here and just give them away. And going into the Revelate Designs mountain feed bags. These are just a great, useful tool for the cockpit area. I have 10,000 miles bike packed on those bags, including a coast-to-coast trip, border-to-border on the Great Divide mountain bike route, and 2,000 other miles that I can think of, one on the East Coast, and then this past year, 1,000 miles in Canada and Montana. Anyway, yeah, this is the Revelate Designs Ranger. I've had this on several bikes, whatever the size. I just jam it in the triangle and make it work, So this Ranger has fit on my Epic, my Trek 520, and a Surly Krampus. And that's just it. I think Revelate actually does make a bag that specifically fits for the Specialized Epic, but I don't know. I know it's missing like a little bit of space down there in the bottom triangle, but I don't think it's a big deal. And these are just great. I can get like 3 water bottles in here, plus all kinds of other gear and food and maps, and very useful tool. I try to keep a lot of the heavy tools and things like that in the bottom of that bag, just to kind of keep the center of gravity low. But yeah, just a useful tool. Just a really great bag, and really happy with this brand. Going into the Revelate Designs Spine Lock. This is like the 16-liter seat bag. Again, I've had it on several trips. Great Divide mountain bike route, border to border, 1,000 miles in New England, 1,000 miles this past year, and countless, century rides, double centuries, and just a great piece of equipment. My gear always stayed dry. And I don't know, I think it's got a few more trips left in it, that's for sure. But this is the full Revelate Designs setup that I had on the Great Divide, and I plan on using this setup long into the future. I did eliminate 2 bags from this setup. One was the Mag Tank 2000, and I also eliminated the jerry can. But I had an adequate space for everything I was carrying on the Divide, and I kind of plan on keeping it this way. But that's a pretty streamlined bike packing setup, so hope you enjoyed the video.